IF3C is sponsored by Elgato Gaming and Ava Media. And that time is now. Spinner, we've got a spinner. Gran. Tatani's on the ground. Oh no!
Oh, that was just too
Willows
good.
somehow managed to keep his foot down and he's taken the lead. James Willows takes the first win of the day. Here at Plans actually wins the sprint race and the lights are underway.
Oh! Wow, that was. I don't know how that went.
And he is going for it. Come on, Michael, that's not NASCAR.
Got it the second time.
Joshua Anderson takes the second race win of the day. Round about now. Look at Orange. Grant looking to the inside. Oh! Okay. Good. Tatani up and he's made contact with Bossman. There was no way he could have. Sorry, Grant. There was no way he could have avoided that. And Renmore's off in the background. Oh! Dearie me! What on earth? Tatani and Renmore off at the last corner. Yes, we do. Around the final corner, Joshua Anderson takes his second win of the season. It's go time. And oh! What are you doing, Grant?
Nah, I think that was intentional, that.
He's done it at last! Matthew Renmore wins! Now.
Yeah, that's very loose.
That is loose. He's spun. Anderson has spun to third place. Oh! What on earth? Orange has just lost it through turn one as Willows nearly went with it. Round the final corner, and it is Matthew Redmore takes his second ever league race win. Even though in IF3C he wins the race, a dominating display from Matthew Redmore there. After an early end at the Twin Ring Motegi East course, we cross all the way back to Europe for the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps at Stavelot in Belgium. Now this is a classic of a track. It is probably one of the most famous in the world. It is of course the longest track in the world. It consists of fast corners and a variety of different sorts of corners that challenge the driver, especially at the bus stop chicane and Eau Rouge. The weather could also throw a twist in this race as well. So, like any other race, let's hope that this weekend at IF3C, this throws up a very interesting race. Did you miss us? Hello everyone, my name is Joseph Willows, and yes, IF3C is back. It's been a while, but we are back. The reason why we've been off is because of the Elgato game capture, which I have, has recently been broken, and it is repairable, but decided to get a new one instead. So we now have an Ava Media Live Gamer Portable instead of the Elgato game capture. But the Elgato did record the race, by the way, so this round will be the last time you will see the Elgato sponsor in any of the videos, which is why you've probably seen both Elgato and Ava Media being the sponsors. But this will be the last time Elgato gets seen, as it will just be Ava Media from Spa feature race onwards. But like we said, we are back thanks to a few technical problems, and there has been a lot going on, because have been races going on but not been up on YouTube yet because of the Elgato technical troubles that we've been having. But let me go through them. So first of all, penalties. Now, the stewards have not been investigating any penalties due to this issue with Elgato, but they have instead decided that unless they catch up to the rounds that the drivers are currently on, which is probably less likely now, but from now on, we will be only having reprimands and disqualifications and possible penalisations as well. That's it. So, yeah, we thought this would be a better idea to do that, other than just stick with the usual penalty system that we have from here onwards, because otherwise it would be a bit confusing seeing, like for example, if someone gets a quali ban or a race ban and they see them in the next race weekend or next race, it would be a bit confusing. So we decided to just go with reprimands, penalisations and disqualifications. So yeah, so that's that. So thirdly,
the third thing I've got to go through now is track changes that have been going on. Now, this is involving all the Silverstone tracks, all but one of the Silverstone tracks, and that is the Silverstone Grand Prix circuit and the Silverstone International circuit. The Silverstone National circuit will remain the same. That will be staying on the calendar, but that has also had its laps cut down due to the time that it takes to get around the track. So it was meant to be 25 and 50 laps around there, but it's now been cut down to just 20 and 40 laps. So yeah, it's up on your screen right now, by the way. But the track changes that we've got to replace the Silverstone Grand Prix circuit and the Silverstone International circuit, the reason why we're changing them is because a few drivers, that being one that I will not mention, but one of them being Matt Orange. The one that I'm not mentioning is which you'll probably because you'll see him at either the Nürburgring or Laguna Seca. I think it's Laguna Seca actually. Basically, both of them have had a little bit of graphic issues on their GT6. Like for example, when they get to those two tracks, like the track seems to go missing for them, or they just seem to stick on a black screen, which is not good. So those two tracks have now been changed in requests to them. So instead, the first one will pop up right now as I'll also say what the laps are going to be around those tracks. So the Silverstone Grand Prix circuit, which was supposed to be the 11th race meeting, has been changed to the Circuito de Madrid, which is a street circuit in Spain, and that will be 15 and 30 laps. So yeah, and that has also been confirmed. I can officially confirm that track will actually be on next season's calendar. The long track, that is, the Circuito de Madrid. We're using the long track. And the second one, which is replacing the Silverstone International, that is being replaced with the Red Bull Ring. Now, that is supposed to be on next season's calendar to make its debut, but it's going to actually make its debut early this season for the 13th race meeting, and that will be, I believe, 12 and 24 laps. If I've made a mistake, it will be on your screen right now, but I believe it is 12 and 24 laps. So, yeah, that's that done. But the weather for those two tracks also will also be the same as well as what it was supposed to be at the Silverstone Grand Prix circuit and the Silverstone International circuit, I think it is. But yeah. But anyway, let's move on now. We've done all that, so let's have a look at the current championship situation right now.
So here is the current Drivers' Championship. Joshua Anderson currently leads the Drivers' Championship on 74 points, despite that terrible weekend at Motegi, with James Willow second on 62 points. Matthew Redmore is third on 53 points, with Matthew Catani fourth on 46 points. Matt Orange is fifth on 36 points, with Sean Grant sixth on 25 points. Michael Moron is seventh on 21 points, and William Neller is eighth on 18 points. So that pretty much means the other drivers that have still yet to get off the point scoring board are Conan Welsh, Waze Cuba, Connor Smith, Liam Calvatis, Bradley Durden and Jamie Halliday. Now Jamie Halliday is a brand new driver who has entered in this league. He won't be competing in today's sprint race, but he will be competing in the feature race. And also you would have noticed that Ted Nowakowski is not in the Drivers' Championship. That is because unfortunately Ted Nowakowski has had to pull out from the league, which is quite disappointing. But you can understand him as he's in America and it's quite a long way away. So he's decided to pull out from the league due to the fact that he's lost, well, that he cannot make it. So that's the current Drivers' Championship. Now let's head back to the studio.
So yeah, they are the current Drivers' Championship. For those of you who have been wanting to know, that is a reminder of the current Drivers' Championship. Right, now let's go and have a hot lap of this magnificent Spa-Francorchamps circuit, and then we'll have a look at the grid for the sprint race.
So here is a lap then around the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps in the dry, but as we know it is wet this weekend. So coming out the final chicane, the bus stop chicane that is, and now coming down to the start-finish straight to start a lap now. flatter coming down the straight. We're in 4th gear now, and we're trying to climb up to 5th gear. There it is. Now braking into turn 1. You've got to go down to 2nd gear. It's very slow through there, but you've got to get back on the power as soon as you can. Now going up the gears, 4th, and then Sue should be 5th as we go down a hill, down the support pit straight there, 5th gear right there, as we are coming up now towards the daunting Eau Rouge corner. You've got to keep it flat through here. It's very blind through here, and it's very easy to lose the back end of this car, especially when it's wet as well. Now still in 5th gear, down this long straight. There was the support pit lane exit. Down this long straight. Trying to keep it up to 5th gear, that's the maximum the car can go. 140 miles per hour, 141. Now coming down into the right hander, slow it all down now. Just go down to 3rd gear. You're only dropping down 2 gears. Don't drop any gears there. A little bit of oversteer through there. It's very easy to do that through that corner. Up to 4th gear again before that right hander. Now going up into 5th, and now braking down for this right hander. It's very easy to understeer through there because the car is very unsettled and it can go a little bit up in the air. Now through this left hander, it's very flat through there, unlike an F1 car. Now going up to 5th gear, now coming into Pouon. Unlike a Formula 1 car, you can take this flat out as an example. Flat through the first part of Pouon, now down the second part, still flat. He's still in 5th gear, as that's the maximum gear you can go in this car. 135 miles per hour, 136 now. Braking into the right hander, going just down to 4th gear, just a little, like a tiny bit of the brake. Flat through that left hander, still in 4th gear. And now you're going up to 5th again, but then braking into this right hander, going down to 4th again. Now you've got to keep it flat out through this right hander and down a very long straight. Here we are now, where we're coming up to Blanchimont. Now 114 miles per hour, still in 5th gear, the maximum again that the car can do. Now through the first part of Blanchimont, and you go flat through here, and then the second part you also go flat, but you've got to turn a little tighter. There you go. Now you've got to keep it still putting your foot down. Now going up to 140, yes, 140 now. Now slow it all down for the bus stop chicane. A little understeer, it's very easy to do that as you have to slow the car all the way down. It's very easy to go straight on. Now back down the start finish straight, and that is a lap of the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. So here is the grid then, and as you can see is Matthew Redmore once again on pole position. It is 3 in a row for him. Matt Orange is 2nd alongside him, with James Willows 3rd. Matthew Titani is 4th, with Joshua Anderson a disappointing 5th, and Michael Moron is 6th. So that means the 8 drivers that did not start were Sean Grant, William Nella, Conan Welsh, Wade Cuba, Connor Smith, Liam Calvi, Bradley Durden, and Jamie Halliday. Those 8 did not start. Now let's go back to the studio for the final word. So yeah, there is the grid for Spa-Francorchamps. But who will win? Will it be Matthew Redmore, or will any of them stop him? Well, let's find out, because it's time now for the sprint race. So I will pass you over to our commentators, and welcome back Milton Hamlin and Josh Total. Thank you, Joseph. Hello, everyone. Now I'm going to pass you over to my colleague, Milton Hamlin, because he's doing lead today.
Yes, surprise! Yep, it's me who's lead commentator for this race. Hi, I'm Milton Hamlin, Josh Total here. Yes, so, Spa in the rain could throw some surprises up.
It will definitely. It's the longest track on the calendar, especially with the weather being rainy. There's a lot of tight corners, but a lot of fast ones. Let's hope for a good race today.
Indeed, Spa never fails to throw up a good race, and I'm hoping today it won't be any different. Now, of course, look here, we have Josh Anderson leading the charge in the Drivers' Championship, followed by Joseph Wilson and Matthew Redmore. It looks to me like that's Redmore on pole position there as well. But now we're waiting for the roll to get started. It does tend to be a bit long here, but, you know, that's not a problem. We can wait, can't we? Because we know what's coming ahead. A fantastic Grand Prix.
Exactly, we're waiting now, and it's looking to be a good race.
Yep, away I go, and that is a good start from Redmore, but look at Orange on the outside, blasting down the start finish. As they come up to turn 1, the source, who's going to get the advantage here? It looks to me like Redmore's holding his line well. And, well, coming through here, yep. Oh, Anderson goes a bit wide.
He did definitely there.
Yep, he doesn't seem to have got the start he wanted so far, as Willow's still ahead of him. But as we go here to this camera view, look at this, 3 into the... Whoa, this is good racing, isn't it?
It is definitely. Nearly went 3 abreast through there. And look at this, Orange right on the back of Redmore.
Yep, sorry about me for getting the corner names there, getting a bit excited. But yeah, 2 wide down the back straight here. Redmore, Orange having a go. Willow's trying to get a bit closer, having a go himself, but it's these two, all these two now, coming into the next corner. I can't tell what's going to happen. Who's going to get the lead? It's going to be Orange, nearly, but nope, Redmore holds it.
Yeah, great drive of the pair then. They went sideways action there. That is a very slippy part of the track. The drivers have been saying that is very slippy down there. But still, clean start from everybody.
Yeah, just what we like to see. Nice getaway, and it's always the action that kicks up later in these races. Oh, Anderson having a go at Willows for third there. Tatiani defending from Moron for fifth. Oh, we got a lot of action out. Was that a bit of oversteer from Willows there?
I think it was, definitely, and he's going wide. No,
yeah.
I'm being reported.
Wide he goes.
Yeah.
Wide he goes. Anderson goes through.
Yeah, exactly. I'm being told, apparently on the team radio, James is actually on the wrong tyres. He's apparently on the slicks.
Either that's a mistake from the pit crew or his own judgment, but Tatiani's gone through now as well. So
he's gone sideways.
Oh, yes, he has. What is happening to Willows today?
He's not having it his own way, definitely. This is not a start. He's challenging Anderson for the championship so far.
Yeah, not what he wanted at all. We go on board with the replay here, and well, yeah, he turns in, and then that corner seems fine, but it's here where he clips the curb and loses it.
It didn't look like he actually clipped the curb, it just lost it himself. So
well,
clearly he's on the slick tyres, definitely, but he must have caught some standing water.
Yeah, it's possible he did, and here's Redmore in second place, who, goes a bit wide there. We didn't catch that, but yeah, he loses control of the car, spins a bit, and that is going to let Orange have a go at him.
It is. Here we go. And yeah, definitely Redmore slower than him right now, and Orange just simply saying, thank you very much, I'll take that position now.
Yep, so we have a new race leader in Matt Orange, and well, Redmore following him. Ben Anderson, who's held his way to third, getting a bit sliding himself, but he's quite good in the red. Oh, well, I say that, but he goes well wide.
Yeah, definitely. He's very slippery. And then look in the background, Willis is going in.
Is he? Yep, yeah, he is. So he is changing over now. Must be to the wet compound. So he's realised his mistake, but all too late, I think, really, because this is going to cost him big time.
Well, we do have the weak boost back in this race, so he might be able to catch up, but this is definitely going to cost him some track position. And here's the pit stop. Again, slick work from the mechanics. Just some fake fuel over there. GT6 graphics right there. Change of tyres, and he should be back on his way.
Yep, so he should be on the right compound now, and as he exits the pits, well, it doesn't really matter how fast it was. It was a 10.71 second stop leading to a 27.59 second pit lane, but it has ruined his race. Then again, the boost is on. Here's another look at the start. As we see, Orange gets that brilliant start off the line. Redmore not quite so, but it's the first corner where everything changes. We got on board with Anderson, you see. He got a good start, managed to get the jump on Willows, and at the time he was on the wrong tyres, that explains it, but into turn one, just brakes later than everyone else, I think overshoots it slightly, ends up going wide, and well, on the curb, side by side with Willows, down the back straight here, he just sticks it to the left, he knows he's got to do something, and Willows Anderson fighting it down into Eau Rouge, and Anderson thinks, right, nearly a bit of argument here, but he thinks, right, down the inside, no problems, bish bash bosh, job done. But Willows thinks otherwise, and well, he doesn't go through.
Look at this, Redmore's taking the lead back off Orange.
He's trying, yep, he's not letting up here, this fight between the two at all. It's been going so far in this race, and well, you get a lot of side-by-side action in
What a
move!
Don't you? What a move there. Round the outside action.
Everything, you get everything. And now, well, we look at Willows, who's at the back end, back to Redmore now.
The race leader, definitely. He's doing a good job here, but he's got to be careful because his sliding has nearly cost him a few wins today.
It has. Everyone's had a bit of problem with traction, but, you know, that's what rain does. It's Tani now, around the back of Anderson, he's trying, but he loses it, maybe, or is that just his connect?
I think that's just his snaking again.
Yeah, it could be both, really. You know, he does come from a loud down under, and, well, the internet there isn't the best, but, well, let's see what he makes of this then. Anderson charges into the next turn here, as does everyone else behind him. Whoa, good line.
Whoa!
Oh, blimey.
Yeah, it looked like Titani and Moron went wide through there, so
yeah,
that's how it's a replay. And
he does go wide, but he actually gains a place from that.
No, I think Titani was actually ahead of him before that happened. I think Moron wanted to try and get past him.
Okay.
And, yeah, as you can see, Joshua Anderson nearly went wide through there. Here's a replay. And
yeah, it could be argued that, yeah, it does seem like as he went past, he went off the track. It could be argued he gained the place by going off the track, but that's one for the stewards to decide. I think, we're in no position to call the shots here, but, we'll have to wait until that happens, see if they do anything about that as Redmore plows into Eau Rouge here. And, well, look at this pace he's starting to pick up here on Origin. He's round, Redmore, he's round there. That's a loss of control for you, and, well, he loses the lead in various other places with it.
How did that happen? Here's a replay. So he goes up into Eau Rouge, flat as you go. It is possible in these cars, even in the wet, and he just loses it on the curb, and then he gets a tank slapper and just spins around into the support pit exit.
Yeah, he did take quite a bit of the curve in the first part of that corner. Maybe he got a bit of grass on his left-hand side tyres, and that didn't help the traction loss, because a lot of the weight goes on the left tyres in the right-hand corner. It's, reverse physics for you. And Moron here getting a bit slidey as well. Very slidey, in fact. But then again...
Well, that's giving Redmore another position at last.
Yeah, but of course the rain does do that to people. Now, Willows we're looking at still at the back, but he seems to have regained some composure.
He has, definitely. He is a wet weather master, has proved in a lot of... Oh, getting a little sideways through there. And definitely, Willow's clearly showing he has wet weather pace. And look, he's catching up to the field.
He is. That boost helping him slightly, giving them the edge on the straights, of which there are many here at Spa-Francorchamps. But, it's not all about the straights as well. You've got to get the drive out of these corners to succeed in the rain. And, well, he seems to be doing that. He does seem to be catching up now. Partially due to mistakes over there, partially due to his own pace.
Oh, Moron made a mistake.
Yes, he does seem to have done that again, and it has not been his race today, has it? As we go to the replay here of Redmore as well, gets a bit slidey there, and we see Titiani go off as well, so everyone having difficulty. But look at this, he's catching Anderson by the meter.
I think Anderson also went wide as well, and look, Anderson going a little bit twitchy, and then, yeah, he gets past him, and, going on the curve, that's not going to be good. No, he hasn't got past him, he's got a tank slammer, and he's off.
Yep, so it is not proving easy this rain, even for the elite like these group. And, well, Moron now loses it again.
No, that's a replay. That's how he lost
a replay of him losing it, which is why I see losing it again. And, well, there goes Red Jams through there.
Redmore,
Redmore go through.
Red Jams is his name. And he lost it again.
Yep, so, yeah, I think he's probably not having the best race, as you could expect. But coming out to lap 4 now, Willow's starting to catch him back up again.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry about the technical problems there with Joshua Anderson in terms of his microphone, but it's all right. Willow's up to 5th, like you say, and look at this, 3 abreast.
Yep, 3 wide into this back straight again, and, well, you get a lot of this in IF3C, not more so Madronic than now, because it's got rain, it's got the ability to go off, and, well, I think they should be very careful in situations like this. I mean, they want to go for it, but one mistake, and that's a massive detriment to the race.
Yeah, look at Willow's down the inside of Redmore, and I think he's got the position.
Yep, no real harm done there, no bother for Willow, as he gets a place, and now he's tucked up right behind his rival. Here's a replay here of Redmore as he just gets passed by Willows. Of course, Redmore tries to take the inside, tries to force Willows to take the awkward line, but James says, right, you know what, to hell with this, I'm going through anyway.
It just looked like Redmore just didn't have the speed through there. Something's going on with Redmore today. But here's Willows, and as you're saying, doing a fantastic job and a great comeback from the wet weather master.
Yep, and now he's right where he wants to be, James Willows, behind his title rival, Joshua Anderson, going to push them to the limit. He's really where he wants to be now. But look at this, Matt Orange here, he's had a good race so far.
He has, definitely, and speaking of Joshua Anderson and James Willows, here we go again, Milton.
Indeed we do. As I said, right behind him, where he wants to be. Willows is going to push him. Anderson's going to push him. We're going to have to see some brilliant action here, otherwise we're going to be very, very disappointed.
A little bit of lag there from Orange there, but definitely, look at the spray there. There's a lot coming off the cars. Titani leaves the back end there.
Yeah, as you said, there is a lot of rain here. There is pretty heavy rain. So, very challenging conditions for the drivers, which has thrown up the results we've seen. And, well, you know, it really has proven to be quite a change of this wet weather race, and, well, maybe hopefully we can get more like them in the future.
Yeah, definitely. I don't think it's a good idea for Anderson to wear a clear visor today, because it...
No, not necessarily the best idea he's ever had wearing that open visor, but, you know, well, things happen. I I don't think he could have forecast the rain. I don't think anyone could have forecast the rain. But he's getting on with it pretty well.
Yeah, definitely. As you didn't notice it, but Redmore and Moron actually got past Willows, because I think Willows actually went sideways. But now here goes Willows back up to 5th position.
Yeah, back up to 5th. He wants to go at 4th as he comes into the source again. But this is really shaping up to be quite the battle and quite the comeback from James Willows.
Yeah, definitely. Getting confused with the owner of IF3C there, because they are both brothers. As we've got a black screen, sorry about that. Belgian television. Matt Orange doing a great job, and I think he can go on to win this race if he doesn't put a foot wrong.
Yeah, if he keeps his consistency up so far, he could definitely grab the win here, and that would do wonders to his title hopes. But of course, it all depends where Anderson and Willows finish.
Yeah, definitely. Now, I'm going to do something. Oh, we've got a replay here from Redmore actually getting past Anderson.
Yeah, maybe he just let him through a bit. Maybe he lost control of the car. More likely than that, given the rain. But go ahead, yeah? You were going to say something?
Yes, now I'm going to do some of that what Milton does every race, is predict when they're going to pit in the sprint race, I mean feature race even. Basically, I think they'll probably be pitting a little bit early, because we are predicting this weather again in the feature race. Maybe pit a little early because of the conditions, and maybe just get a pit stop out of the way. Or people might just go halfway through the race, but then again, the boost might affect their strategy.
Yeah, maybe they'll go for a longer first and be shorter, you know, have a shorter second. They'll be lighter, so the boost will help them more and help them be quicker overall. Maybe get that point for the fastest lap of the race, but that is a very astute decision, I think. I think you're probably quite bang on with it. And, oh, Anderson well wide.
As was Willows as well. The pair of them went wide, but look at the speed Anderson has now.
Yep, he's got the massive. I think he got the better drive out the corner. Tries to go down the inside, and I think he's made it stick.
He has, definitely. Anderson up, and Willows is off.
He is, so that's not helped him at all. He's gone off again, and he's right back at the back again. All his hard work undone. Here's a replay of that overtake then. Oh, he lost it going into the corner, and that's how Anderson got through.
Yeah, definitely. Now, second part, he just lost the back end again.
Yep, he went onto the grass, lost it a bit, tried to keep it going, got a bit twitchy, and that's how he lost it. And then, as you'll see, here's the overtake again. Oh, Redmore and Tatiani this time, so Redmore goes up to second again.
Yeah, definitely. Great pass from Red. No, they're still side by side, actually.
Side by side still, and Tatiani tries to make it happen again, but Red Dams just has the better entry. And here's a replay of that. Oh, well, we've got a replay of Anderson, or rather, and that's him going wide.
Yeah, must have caught some standing water or something, but that's let Moron up into, I believe that's 4th position.
And it's dropped him down to 5th place, so that's pretty much all his hard work done, but still, they fight to Anderson and Willows.
Yeah, definitely. They can't stop fighting each other. A little bit of a contact there, but no harm done. And I think Willows wants really a piece of Anderson right now, because he wants to cut that 12-point gap deficit.
He does want to do it, and well, Joshua isn't going to let that happen, is he? He knows better. He's going to push till
Look at that sideways.
He's not going to give up because he's at the back. Yep, car control for you. Very good car control. And well, Orange and Redmore fighting it out. Titani down in 3rd. Moron up to 4th, having a good show here today. And well, Anderson and Willows 5th and 6th as we come out of the penultimate lap. And well, it's not over yet, ladies and gents. We still have a fight for the lead between Orange and Redmore.
Redmore's tucked up behind Orange. I think he might get him on the straight.
He's got the draft. He tries to go out the outside again there. And then, yep, there we go. 2 wide down the back straight. We've become used to this. But I think Orange has it.
That's it. Oh no, Redmore brakes later. Redmore brakes later, and he's gone through. Oh, he's gone
through, but he hits the curve. And yeah, that's the disadvantage of that.
Orange has lost it.
Wow, twists and turns in this one, ladies and gents. So, and now contact with Tatiani, but there we go. Redmore gets into the lead, so yeah. Redmore loses it, then Orange loses it, then Redmore loses it, Orange loses it again, hits Tatiani, and now there's a massive order in the change.
Yeah, Tatiani.
Change in the order even. Get your English right, Milton.
Yeah, up to 2nd place goes Tatiani. Great action from everybody in the pack. They seem to be superhuman, as we've got a replay from Anderson and Willows again. And Willows just seems to do the same thing as what Anderson did at the start.
Yep, and Anderson just takes him out and just goes straight down the inside, reclaims P4. But I think tension's really starting to get heated in this last closing section of the race here. People are going to start taking more risks, going to start pushing harder, try and settle a final finishing position. And wow, you see, they both come up with Michael Moron here as well, as they come down the back straight. I don't know why. Yep, they just three wide down the back straight. That's something you rarely see in open wheel racing.
Anderson gets through past Moron, but Willows hasn't got past Moron as well.
Yep, and then he gets a bit, wide and a bit sticky there.
Willows is now past him.
So yeah, that's a replay of that. And then Willows here and Anderson. Let's have a look what happens here, this replay. And, well, loses it.
Again. He must have trouble around that corner.
So it does seem to be Puon where people are losing it.
He sees definitely it's Orange lost the back end again.
Yep, just coming at Stavelot, he loses it, and then Tatiani goes through. So it does seem that in the closing stage of this race, the tyres aren't quite as good as they were in the early stages. But of course, that would be because they're wearing down. Not quite so much in the rain as in the dry, but Willows loses it again.
Yeah, definitely. And Michael Moron, there you go, Moron has actually passed him. I just noticed something. Anderson has actually passed Orange, but it looks like Orange is not giving up the fight yet.
Nope, we are on the last lap of the race now, just to confirm that. Redmore is leading from everyone else. Can he take the win?
He can make it 3 in a row, and I've got to say something. Since he took his first win at Tuscany feature race, he can't stop winning.
He seems to have a knack for this winning thing indeed. He's just, nobody can stop him. Even the likes of Anderson and Willows are struggling to stop him in this form. He's just came here and he's cleaned house.
Orange is up to third. He's passed Anderson down the straight, and Willows is also passed Moore, and I think he actually passed him down at turn 1.
Yeah, Anderson not giving up this fight, though. He's trying to go down the outside. We get a replay here of Orange and Anderson. Yeah, Orange at the next turn.
Sorry about this, guys, about his technical problems there, but
and you see he's stuck down the outside there.
Yeah, definitely. Sorry about the technical problems about Anderson there, but he was saying that Orange actually just got round the outside of him, just cut into the inside. Now look at Willows on the back of Anderson again. Yeah,
on the back once more, not giving up. And, well, why would you? It's the last lap, around half an hour to go. Redmore is the one they want to catch. Can they catch him, though, is the question.
He got a little bit of a twitch there at the first part of Puan, but I think he's got it under control. I think now we've got to be looking at the rest of the pack, because they are fighting it out for the rest of the positions.
Duking it out as ever, Anderson Willows. Look at this, too wide down here, not giving up. This is what we used to say, this is what we like to say, and Willows goes down the inside.
Yeah, definitely. Anderson, I think, lost it at the second part of the Puan, so he lost the back end. Orange has made a mistake.
Orange is off indeed. Now, that could shape things up for the midfield a bit. He's going to look out at Orange on the back of Anderson now, trying to scrap for that place with Willows as well. Got 3 duking it out for that position. But none of them are really affecting Redmore, are they? Tatiani's going to be second, but Matthew Redmore, wow, what a dominant race shown so far.
Yeah, definitely. Redmore clearly showing that he has pace and wants this championship.
Well, the race isn't over yet, but it will be very soon as Redmore comes into the bus stop chicane here. The redesigned bus stop chicane, of course, not the original, but coming into the last 2 corners, makes 1 right, 1 left. All he has to do, he's got the finish in sight. And Matthew Redmore, what a way to keep your season hopes going. Makes it 3 in a row by winning here at Spa. And he's followed by, it's going to be followed by, oh, he's getting a bit snaky there. Doesn't quite cross the line yet. But here he is, first place. And Tajani second, Willows third, Orange fourth. Anderson dropped out to 5th, which is surprising. And Moron finishes 6th place. And that, ladies and gents, concludes your race here at Spa. So then, confirmation of the results we just had. And it is, well, of course, Matthew Redmore winning the race with Matthew Tussiani just 2.4 seconds behind him. And then the next 3 are separated by practically no time at all. Willows third, Orange fourth, Anderson fifth, and Michael Moron back in 6th place. Joseph Willows got the fastest lap of the race with a 2:36.18 on. So in the Drivers' Championship after that Grand Prix, it is Anderson who retains his lead. But it's now been cut to just 6 points from Redmore, who gets Willows by a further point. Tatiani on 61 points, Orange on 44 in 5th, and Moron in 26th place. Sean Grant didn't turn up for this race, but he's still on 25 points, and William Nella back of the championship with 18 points and 8th place. And with that, we go back to Joseph in the studio.
So yeah, what a fantastic race for Matthew Redmore. He takes his 3rd win in a row. Since his first ever league race win, he doesn't want to stop winning here in IF3C. Clearly, he wants a grip in this season's championship. So, 2 things now. First one is a little bit of a mistake, and the second one is an investigation. So the first thing, you would have noticed Milton Hamlin accidentally said Joseph Willows, which is me. by mistake. He actually meant James Willows set the fastest lap. Me and James are brothers, so it's easy to get confused with us two. Secondly, the racing incident between Michael Moron and Matthew Titani, that concluded to be just a racing incident, and no further action was taken on Matthew Titani for apparently gaining a position when going wide, because Michael Moron actually slid round the second part of Blanchimont and basically forced Matthew Titani to take evasive action by going wide. And because Michael Moron couldn't get the power down straight away, Matthew did get the position, but he was already in front of him before that happened. Well, got the position. Michael didn't get the position. Matthew was still in fourth anyway. So after that, it is time to end the sprint race here. Now, the next time we'll see you, it will be for the feature race. That should be out either at the end of this week or probably next week. So, yeah, after that, that's it basically here at the Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps for the sprint race. So, I'd just like to say thank you very much for watching. I've been Joseph Willows, and I will see you for the future race. Take care. Bye-bye. IF3C is sponsored by Elgato Gaming and Ava Media.